Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Today I would like to share the knowledge about protocol of competent cell formation BL21. My name is Sarfraz Rahman. I am a PhD scholar in the Department of Parasitology. I would like to share the knowledge with references these books. Number one is the Cloning and DNA Analysis, 6th edition by T. A. Brown, and Preparation of Calcium Competent Escherichia coli and Heat Shock Transformation, Jamie Methods, Change et al. 2017, and third one is the Internet Sources. Please subscribe my channel and also push the button of bell icon. What is the competent cell? A cell's ability to take up foreign or extracellular DNA from its surrounding environment. The process of genetic uptake, it is called the transformation. What is the difference between competency and transformation? Competency, a cell's ability to take foreign or extracellular DNA from its surrounding environment, while the transformation, the action of competent cell to take up the genetic material. There are two types of the competent cell. One is the electrocompetent cells, other is the chemical or calcium chloride or Hanahan method competent cell. These electrocompetent cells are mostly used in the electroporation method of transformation, while the chemical or calcium chloride or Hanahan method competent cells are mostly used for the heat shock method of the transformation. Now, this is the procedure for preparation of electrocompetent E. coli cells. This is the culture plate of BL21. It was ground on the LB simple agar plate, and you should pick up only single colony from this agar plate of the BL21 and put it into the 10 ml LB simple broth, and this flask should be kept in a shaker or incubator at 37 degrees centigrade, 2 to 0 rpm for overnight, and the next day you should take 1 ml, you should put this 10 ml culture into the 100 ml LB simple broth flask, and then this flask also put at the shaker incubator at 37 degrees centigrade to 20 rpm for 3 to 4 hours, and OD should be in range of 0.03 to 0.05. After the 3 to 4 hours, you should check the OD value. It should become in between this range 0.3 to 0.5, and then after that you should take the 1 ml culture from this flask and save it at the 4 degrees centigrade for the next time you can use it, this culture. So this flask, when you gain the OG 0.3 to 0.4 in between, then this culture put into the two tubes of the 50 ml Falcon, and then these two tubes you should centrifuge at 7000 rpm at 4 degrees centigrade for 15 minutes. Then discard the supernatant, resuspend the pellet in 1 ml of the sterile ice cold double distilled water, and transfer it into 1.5 ml macro centrifuge tube. And this step you should repeat the 3 times, and after that 3 times, in the fourth time you centrifuge the 7000 at 7000 rpm at 4 degrees centigrade for 5 minutes. Then discard the supernatant and add the 50 microliter sterile ice cold water and transfer it into the 1.2 tubes of the 1.5 ml micro centrifuge tube. use the ice for tubes and work under the flame during the protocol. And while in case of you want to store the competent cells, then it is important that you should use the 10% glycerol for sterile, ice cold, double distilled water for long term storage at minus 80 degrees centigrade or above. So the procedure of chemical or calcium chloride or Hinahan method. So for the calcium E. coli cells, there are three steps. Then the step one, that you should keep the whole environment sterile, and cleaning the flame area, do alcohol spray, and after the 10 minutes of the flame, the pouring will be started. This is the flame area, and the culture flask BL21 LB simple agar plate, and you should take the single colony and put it into the 2 ml LB simple broth in 15 ml falcon tube. And then this tube you should put it into the shaker incubator at 37 degrees centigrade, 220 rpm over the night. The next day, then you should proceed the step number 2, that is the subculturing work. This work should be under the flame condition, and this is the flame area, and there's 2 ml subculture media. Then you should take 1 ml culture from this and save it at 4 degrees centigrade, and 1 ml culture you should put into the 99 ml LB simple broth, and then this flask you should put at the shaker incubator at 37 degrees centigrade, 220 rpm for 3 to 4 hours. And after 3 or 4 hours, then you should check the OD value. If the OD value comes 0.4, then you should proceed it. So the procedure of the chemical or calcium chloride, the step number 3, use the ice for tubes and work under the flame area. This is the flame area, and this is the secondary culture of the BL21. This culture you should pour it into the 5 tubes of the 50 ml falcon tubes, and in each tube you add only the 20 ml of this culture, and put it into the ice box, and put the tubes into the ice box for 20 minutes. So after that, you centrifuge at 4000 rpm at 4 degrees centigrade for 10 minutes, discard the supernatant, and resuspend the pellet into 20 ml of the sterile ice cold 0.1 molar calcium chloride, incubate it into ice for 30 minutes, and centrifuge at 4000 rpm at 4 degrees centigrade for 10 minutes. Now discard the supernatant, and it is very important that you should observe the pellet. The pellet will be more diffused than the previous one that you have done the centrifugation. So it is the positive indication that you are going correctly. So the respend the pellet into the 5 ml of the sterile ice cold 0.1 molar calcium chloride with 15% glycerol, and then convert it into the 50 microliter volume in each 2 ml of the cryopreserve vials, and store these 20 cryopreserve vials of the competent cells into the liquid nitrogen container. This is very important that you should use the ice for the tubes, and also work under the flame during this protocol. Okay, thank you so much.